Oh, yeah, we could check. We're not at a store at the moment because we're not on the planet, so we have to wait a little bit longer. But we could swap it out if there's like a bonus one, or if we want to go dual. I'm not sure I want to go dual. We could fit it, but we wouldn't have... we'll take a look at it. I'm not sure there's a benefit in doing dual PPC.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Not really. I mean, it's 100 damage, but once you get to the point where you're taking recoil and that sort of stuff, I mean, that's 2 weapons that we're dealing with, plus you need the heat sinks, and by the time you have enough heat sinks to actually shoot 2 PPCs regularly, I don't know that leaves us a whole lot of room for anything else. I guess we don't need as much armor if we're sniping from the back with PPCs. And if it is replacing the Clint, I guess a long-range support's not a terrible idea, though. So, they got... Oh, do we have Ostrock parts? Don't we have 1 or 2? I wonder, can we finish an Ostrock? We can finish an Ostrock. How much money do we have? 1.8 mil? We're buying an Ostrock, guys. If it lets me hit accept. There we go. There it is. Oh, wait, and there's also a really good AC5, plus 10 damage. Pretty decent AC2. 50% crit. LRM5 with extra damage. Huh. It's a pretty reasonable thing. It's still not as much as an LRM10, but... SRM2 though with... Oh, it's crit, not damage. Anything else cool here that we need? Nope. At 5 and that 2 though, those are definite possibilities. Let's go to storage. Here's our Ostrock. Let's ready that guy up. And he's 4 energy. Maybe we do the PPCs on this guy.
Sure thing. We'll see that it's prepped.
Right, because he's going to be better for that sort of thing. Apparently, we haven't done any textures for paint schemes on him, though. We got him in, but no paint. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. When our Wolverine is in 2, I'm going to go ahead and take the Clint, and I'm going to send him down. We'll free that equipment up. We don't need 8 mechs, I don't think, up and running. Let's give this Wolverine the 2 days it needs. And then we'll do a mission. And go. So, these are a little bit easier, but it is against the Capellan, so that's good. It will help this without bringing down either Pirate or Merrick. Are the rest of these anti-Capellan too? Merrick Doctor, let's see. It's an escort. Doesn't say who it's against. We'd have to actually take it. A defend base. And we could conceivably even do 1 or 2 of these. You know, as long as we do multiple ones of these to balance it out. I think I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and do this one. It's a battle. It's Badlands. It's easy in theory, but it pays pretty well. Maybe we just take the money because it's only 1 salvage. The salvage is kind of booty. Yeah, exactly. That LRM5 I think is a decent weapon. I think I'm probably going to pick it up. I'm going to take the Griffin for our first run out. And let's take out the Phoenix Hawk for this one. I'm not really sure what our new Lance looks like. We've got another Trebuchet there as well in storage that we could run out. So maybe I'll stick me over there. We'll bring Alucard back out there. Larian's out. Let's go ahead and maybe get Shazar or somebody in here. You know, we've run a la carte a bunch today too. Let's get cyan in there. Something like that. Drop cost 125. I guess we need to pay attention to that too. I haven't been. We're up to 2.5 Star Trek emblems. Similar to my space control, my space badge too when I was in the Army, because that also is that emblem with a wreath and a world behind it. I should try to make a banner for that. Might have to do that. I don't know. It's going to end up kind of small though, because it's fairly wide. It's longer. I mean, it's more this type of aspect than a square aspect. I'll take a look at it. See if I can figure out a way to do it so I like it. Yeah, I'm out of Mountain Dew and my bladder's full. So, and dinner. So this will be our last mission, I think, for today. It was a good day. Like I say, we sat at 68 viewers all day. So thank you guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me for 3 hours. It's pretty chill today, I would say, is the defining characteristic of today's stream.
Moving to position.
Fights went more or less as planned. Finished
Yep.
see, what is this?
Got it.
Finished a flashpoint. That gets us vision.
Heading out.
Kind of keep sprinting up with him. Don't really have... We've got the LRM-15 here. Jump and get the LRMs on this guy. Or not, as the case may be. I'm not sure why I didn't get it. Oh, because it's the first time we saw him and because it's like vanilla. That's why.
What do you need?
I understand what's going on. You jump this guy? Oh, we can get all the way up to here.
Up high.
We're kind of not in a great... Fire starter, flea. 82% on the flea with the PPC. Yes, please. The flea's not going to take too many PPC shots if he doesn't get some evasion going. We do have the trebuchet back here. I don't really have a whole lot of stuff that needs to go forward, do we? Let's go ahead and put him up here in the trees. Put him a little bit of elevation, not a huge amount. And let's dump some of these on the flea as long as he's still... I mean, he's defensive, but he's not
That is
evasive.
something good.
More or less guaranteed damage on a flea is great. Oh, he's not anything now. He's hosed. That flea's dead.
Yes, Commander.
That flea is dead. That's what he is.
All weapons are go.
Right leg destroyed. He ignored the head injury, though.
Rapid hit.
And he ejected. All right. Doesn't even last long enough to see our Griffin. Again, I think we kind of hop up here on this ledge. Got the fire starter. Don't have any really great shots at anything, but we'll take a fire starter. Oh, we got it. Hit it. Only 4 of the LRMs hit, but the PPC hit. That makes up for a lot. Shadowhawk. Oh, we might have a Shadowhawk part kicking around too, don't we? Firestarter 62, Shadowhawk 67, 560. Let's try to finish off this Firestarter. Ah, that was horrible. I was going to say, try to finish off the Firestarter if we can. 1 or 2, depending. Mondays and Wednesdays we start at 1 p.m. California time. Head injury on us. We did not ignore it, notice. 2 and then 2 o'clock the rest of the week. Every day except Saturday we stream.
Receiving you.
But I teach it from 6 to 9, I want to say, Monday and Wednesday. And so I need to be done earlier than 5. So we just kind of kick it forward an hour early. Man, these are not good hit chances. Guess we go something like that. And the schedule up at the bottom of the Twitch page is accurate at the moment. So if you forget or you're curious, it is good and is legitimate at the moment. And like I say, if you follow, you should hopefully, in theory, be getting notifications. Yes, the 56% on the LRMs. But 1 to 2 o'clock, depending on the day. Pacific Standard.
Light damage. Holding firm.
According to YouTube this morning, we are, I am GMT -7 at the moment. Let's just do the lasers here.
Copy that.
So tomorrow we'll start at 1 o'clock my time. And then
Copy that.
Tuesday, 2 o'clock my time.
Orders. Ready for
Let's back up a bit, see if we can get out of minimum range on the LRMs. Probably still in short range. Yeah, but we'll take it.
Copy that.
50%'s not too bad.
Target's taking a critical hit.
And he's losing body parts. No worries, man. Like I say, I appreciate...
Standing by.
If you got 20 minutes a day for me, I appreciate it. I'm not...
Position.
It's good to have you, whatever days you can make it.
Critical hit, Commander.
I keep thinking about going later at the day, doing like evening streams, but because I'm West Coast, it means that if I play in the evenings, it's really late for the East Coast, and there's nobody kind of immediately west of me that's still awake. So I think kind of afternoon makes the most sense for me time-wise, but I am open to suggestions if people would like me to try some other times. I don't know if more people being able to watch on the West Coast makes up for losing the East Coast.
Yep. Acknowledge.
Big hit. He's panicked. He's trying to hide in the mineral field there. Yeah, but if I was in Hawaii, I'm not inside watching this, right?
Yes,
I mean,
Commander.
maybe I am. I don't know. Let's go punch somebody. If the Wasp wants to come up, the Trebuchet can still kick hard. 65 damage has ripped his heart out.
Target eliminated.
Got a toenail caught right there in that armor plate and just pulled it all out.
Orders.
And Australia probably would watch as well. When I was in Australia, I watched a lot of kind of nighttime Pacific Coast streams. So,
Full salvo.
2 a.m. there. So, Europe somewhere. Let's see. 7, 9. So you're like 9 hours ahead of me? Man, where is that? You're way, way east. You're not even normal Western Europe, are you? Germany. Oh, okay. Have I asked yet? But whereabouts in Germany? If I've already asked and I've forgotten, I apologize. Western Europe, yeah. I was just thinking GMT, but it's still pretty easy to get 2 hours off of that, or daylight savings and all that sort of stuff too. Mess with my times. I lived in near Kaiserslautern for a while. I was stationed launch tool essentially for 3 years. So mein Deutsch ist sehr schlecht, but you know, fine. And I traveled a little bit, mostly southern Germany. I didn't really get to the northern portion at all. So kind of Rhineland Falls into Bavaria, kind of that area. Kind of all I'm really familiar with.
Copy that.
Oh, Stuttgart. Okay, well, I spent some time in Stuttgart. We got a lot of military there, that's for sure. Headquarters for some of the European command stuff was there. So we'd have to go there for paperwork every once in a while. Our headquarters was still in Colorado, so
Reporting critical hit.
I didn't have to go to Stuttgart very often, but they had a really good electronics store, military electronics store there. So we'd head up to Stuttgart there occasionally for, you know, stereo and computer equipment.
Enemy mech destroyed.
And I think that's where I saw is that where I went to the festival? Might have seen Danzig there. Danzig and the Bad Uncles. I think that festival was at was near Stuttgart.
Waiting for orders.
Danzig actually gave away that big kind of demon skull belt buckle to somebody in the front row. It wouldn't stay hooked, so he just took it off and gave it to a guy. German's a good language to learn. It's
Good to go.
probably the easiest language for an English speaker, I would say, to learn because it's so close. A lot of German either looks like English or sounds like English. So, you know, if you
Mission successful.
figure out the slightly different, you know, the pronunciation for the F's and the V's and the W's, once you say it, it either sounds like I say it either sounds or looks. It's easy to read, I would say, but it's good. You have to be better at it than I am, but. And Germany's a great place to go visit. People are friendly. Country's super clean. I would say racism is probably still a little bit stronger there than in a lot of places here if you're a minority. I tell you that kind of my Black and Korean friends were much more likely to have food show up as a wrong order or late. Nothing overt, but a lot of kind of subtle kind of digs, more than I see generally around here. But that's about my only real negative. Most Germans thought I was German. I looked enough like it, so I didn't really. My biggest issue is people talking to me in German and me not understanding what they said. They would just assume. But no, I loved Germany. I loved kind of northern France, right across the border, that area too. I did Paris for New Year's for 2000. That was a blast. Barcelona was great. We spent 10 days on the beach in Barcelona. It was a good time. Highly recommend going to Europe, and if you got to live somewhere, I think probably Germany's a good place to live, although a little more expensive than some of the others. And if you're a foodie, obviously Europe's great. Germany's good too because it's still a place you can immigrate to. So your Chinese restaurants are run by the Chinese. Your Mexican restaurants are run by the Mexicans. Your Italian restaurants are run by the Italians. So the food's always really authentic. Yeah, I would agree. Wookie. I think generally speaking, Germany's great. And I would say even those friends of mine that did face that would agree. In fact, good friend of mine, last name's Lewis, stayed. In fact, I think he's in Stuttgart now. And a good friend of mine, Glenn, just moved to Stuttgart. His wife is Czech. They've been looking to get back. He just moved to Stuttgart 3 weeks ago, when they adopt the fried element. 10 countries, you'll have a great time, Slickson. It's well worth it. It's so good. And if I go back to Germany, I would in a heartbeat. I might even become a defense contractor again if it gets me back to Germany. Hey, Time Lord, how you doing, man? And thank you for the raid. 8 people. Holy cow. I was going to log off, but 8 extra people. I think we got to hang around for a couple minutes. We'll do another mission. Thank you, man. We've got pilots. Our Ostrox can be ready in 5 days, but not really ready. Did we have any real danger stuff? I know Copper says, but you said you'd feed me. It's time. She's down here going, but I want to eat. Shorty's down there too. That's okay. We'll do one more mission. You guys are going to make my poor puppy starve. I have not. He's in game? We're looking for him, Time Lord. We're looking for him. I hadn't been looking for pilots, to be honest, because we've got a bunch, but we're looking for him now. I might have seen him before, but I don't think we haven't definitely seen him on this playthrough. But I am writing it down. You're like the one guy I don't have to edit to get in the game, right? We can actually just put you in. Very cool. Well, I will keep an eye out for it. That's nice to know. Unfortunately, you are not here at the hiring hall. But we'll find you, man. Thank you. And I will make sure to get over to your channel and make sure I get over there so I can follow and watch and learn some of you guys too. That'd be awesome. All right, let's jump into another mission then. I think we're all good. Probably napping somewhere. That's it. Should we? It's a defend base, and why are all the missions available? The ones I won't want to do. Hey, Rozik, man, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I just saw the number click up. Thank you very much. We weren't probably going to do too many of these. Let's do a defend base. I think we've got enough ranged stuff that we can kind of more or less sit on the hill and shoot stuff at this point, or less kind of run up and hit things right now. So I think that will work. Let's swap out our guys here. Jump in another group. Larian back in the 6R. Slickson, you can kind of do whatever. How about we give you the new Wolverine? Alucard's happy right now. We'll stick him in the trebuchet. And maybe switch back. We toss in here. And we'll hop out and do another mission. And you guys made my day. Oh, you probably actually have enough for it. We haven't checked XP in the last couple missions, I don't think, Slickson. It's funny the little things that make you happy during the day. You know what I'm saying? But that did it. That did it. It was just a quiet day till now, and then all of a sudden, boom. That's good to have. What time are you normally streaming, Time Lord? Wait here for this one to kick around. We got to make sure to support the community at large as much as possible.